Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? My name is Reference here again. I got some real special topics for y'all. Something a little curved different. You know, I had to write them down. I don't want to forget it. So my topics are off-country astrology, the Ology of your upper bone structure, problematic issues, organic elemental venting, how to cook for your significant other anatomy, and we're going to talk about probably about 5 different type of strong energy negative bonding that a lot of us go through, whether it's giving or receiving it. We talk about it, and all that is all this is very spiritual, because of certain things, and we'll talk about that. But the first one I want to talk about is off-country astrology. For example, my off-country astrology spiritual animal is the white tiger. The white tiger, in regards to the information talking about Chinese astrology. So I'm an 86 baby. So, it helps deal with learning your personality more, or part of your personality, why you, the way you are in this section of your personality. It don't mean that you are, schizo or something. And, maybe don't look at it as a negative side. If so, however, there's a lot of different wonderful aspects to us. We all understand the bad guy, good guy thing, but for the sake of the spiritual animal that you can evoke and invoke inside you, and that'll help you. Some are naturally have this on them, this is my spirit animal totem in regards to my birthday and all that stuff you could plug in and easily learn. So, a couple things that may talk about is purity and innocence. The whiteness stands for spiritual cleanliness. Of course, there's always another side to that if you're not pure and innocent, or remain balanced in all these things. Strength and courage. The white tiger symbolizes inner power and ability to overcome challenges. Transformation, leadership, protection. Is fierce, associated with the power of transformation and new beginnings. Embodies qualities of leadership and protection. Hope and healing, even darkness, the white tiger represents hope and healing. Look at your name and what it means, and definitely start here to gain some type of aspect to see how important you are. Maybe not to a few, but many. Just maybe have to start backwards, and if not, you important to yourself. So, talking about that off-country astrology, or your reference can be look up spiritual animals, spiritual totems. There's links online. It's good for relationships, learning more about different aspects of yourself, how we tie into everything, from the personality to the different types of calendars out here. It helps understand the aspects of correspondence and microcosm and macrocosm and in relationships. So these things helps get our mind trained for learning about the analogy between the things outside of us and inside of us in a correlation. So that's why, in my opinion, the reference for these type of things is important to incorporate. This is applications, nothing to be scared of to invoke something that already lives you in the first place. Just learn the attitude it's going to bring, and go with it, Don't mix, harmonize, Sister Myra. The ideology of your upper bone structure and problematic issues. So one of the things we have to understand too is when you're dealing with that, the upper bone structure, you're dealing with, as a reference, the reflexology of your face, and not just knowing, which I'm a baby in the game too, but which not just knowing where things are located, but what problems lie. And there's plenty of people out here to do it. I'm just a reminder, and a good reference is you could use yourself and learn yourself. Maybe get help from others. If you can't, that's cool if they're not around. If you can't contact them, this is something you can learn yourself. And if not for you, it could be projected to the children in the most positive way. A lot of times you can learn what's going on with yourself or somebody else just by simply learning the face. So dealing with the reflexology of the face, the problematic issues, so it may talk about blurred vision may be because of hair, insomnia here, headaches here, migraine here, eye stress here, dizziness here, your spine and knee problems here, kidneys here, syphilis, upper uterus issues, these two, toothaches here, sneezing here, not here, sneezing here in this area, even though the sneezing comes out here, uterus issues, spleen issues, bladder issues, knee, back, liver, stomach, small intestines, large, gallbladder, shoulder, heart, lung, pineal body, pituitary. So these things you can look up, and maybe we should start detoxing our face more and be careful what type of chemicals, at the least we're already putting in our bodies. Be careful what we put on our face, and try to just detox your face every now and then. You can look up many different ways to do that. I talked about that in my last few videos. Water, how y'all doing, man? Y'all cooling? Organic elemental venting. This is talking about how if you're kind of an airhead, but if you're an air sign, and as an air sign, you may need some help with a situation, and it got you all, you everywhere with it. Even though you air and is very powerful, but in the air element aspect, you may need to talk to someone that's earth element, because they're naturally grounded. They might not be the smartest, they might not be the dumbest. It's just the fact that that's the element. So when you talk to them, they might have a solution to your problem. Get what I'm saying? So I call it real organic elemental venting conversation. And you can find this information in a book called The Mental Net of Volume 2. And in the back gives you traits of do's and don'ts you can do, or different personality traits you can get answers from by doing this or communicating with that. And they don't go by what you may think they go by. They go by element, they go by traits, or they go by decision and choice. So it gets that deep whenever you're trying to dabble into a different area of getting good conversational substance and answers when speaking to an individual who is the right sign. And sometimes that may not be the case. Some people's evolved to they evolve to the point where they not even knowing that they are air sign and an earth sign, because they went through something. Doesn't have to be bad or good, but they've done some type of work or came here with some type of understanding or knowledge. And some people come with wisdom all four. So it's good to talk to some people like that, and we all know who they are. It might not be as significant, might be at the person at the job. That don't mean we fall in love with them, but they excellent source to talk to. A good reference. And so airhead talk to an earth sign. A fire sign may need to talk to a water sign. They might be ready to off somebody or something like that. Like, what you doing? And they angry and running around, he or she or whatever. So they may need to talk to a water sign. A water sign, just out them out for a second, slowly. To get some fizz going on a little bit, because you tripping. But that's okay. That's why you talk to water. Water ain't going to just, be crazy with it. He or she, or they going to do their water thing. So it might be good for the fire sign to talk to the water sign. And I'm sure y'all understand the analogy. And these help us understand the internal elements to us getting ourselves right before we can talk about being in some type of group, or maybe, you know, dealing with a different type of understanding with ourselves. Next one I want to talk about is how to cook for your significant other anatomy. Look, just 2 years ago, I learned my blood type. My blood type is AB negative. So if I'm dealing with somebody, it's real important now that I communicate with anyone, not just your significant other. Be like, hey, I can eat beef and chicken, but it ain't too dandy for my blood type. So what it do say is turkey and lamb meat is though, So person that is be fun and it keep you more vitalic. It's more healthy for you. It's you eating according to your blood type. So be careful who y'all talking to in regards to working out. And it's not okay, but it is okay that we didn't know. But now that we do know, maybe we can at least correct that. Start eating according to our blood type. It's not gonna hurt you if you don't, but we don't want to overindulge. We might feel like what we doing wrong, or just take a look at your take a look at your blood type once again, and that'll help you decide how you want to cook for your kids. Your kids might be different blood type. It's a lot. It's a lot, but at the same time, it's okay. I say, it's okay. I say. So the next joint we gonna get into is, the different type of bondings, different type of negative bondings, and I'm gonna talk about 5 different types of negative bondings, and the importance of its negativity, unknowingly, unconsciously, we be doing. So, one of the things I want to talk about is trauma bonding. We all know about trauma bonding, but the spiritualism behind it, or at least the energy behind it that's created, for example, strangers become associates. Their next door neighbors, their friends, and they become runaways. They was teenagers, once neighbors, parents abusing both of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they both getting abused in their household. So they chill with another and be like, yo, let's dip out. And they dip out, but they only bonded through that type of trauma. They don't care about nothing else. They don't trust nothing else, but they trust each other because some way, form, or fashion, through that, it's just traumaful. Real trauma bonding, but that's the only reason why they sticking together. And it can have negative aspects behind that, and them two can be affecting other people by making the actual energy turn into an entity. It talks, Brother Panic talks about that. Um, you can look it up on YouTube. Through that type of power and holding on to that. And it's never good for the mental. And there's different types of different examples, but I'm just bringing this up to let you know this stuff really brings up and creates a real live entity, and other people come around, and that's where you're like, oh, when I go, I gotta say, I got sage, I got you better, yeah, you better do something, say a prayer, whoever you is, say it to him, her, so 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 please realize that these things is real because you are. And sometimes we accidentally bring things to life, not even knowing, even through, secondly, the physical attraction trauma. Ooh. You might have type of friendships and always in contact just because y'all going to the club all the time, every Friday, every weekend. And we specifically talking about a type of bonding to be careful of and watch out for. please do not get yourself in a frenzy listening to this unless you fit the shoe, if it touches you in some type of way. So your first one was your trauma bonding, and that's definitely a reference behind that. Brother Pete, rest in peace. And also the physical attraction trauma on a negative aspect. Be careful of all of us, because you might have these girls called Pretty Rock Club, and y'all pretty and looking good and fine. Don't give me looking good. You know what I'm saying? All y'all go to the club, y'all be shutting down spots, shutting down towns, shutting down the city. Fellas too. Fellas, y'all go around. Yeah. You know what I mean? Got your little blackout cut, money pocket full of dough. Might got a, you know what I mean? Might got a cucumber in your sweatpants or something like that, whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all just be having fun. However, be careful of the physical attraction trauma. Just dealing with somebody, y'all going to the club, y'all just dealing with each other all the time because all y'all look good and y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, something crazy happened, or just because of that, or y'all want to be more. Nah, don't act crazy when you learn that they just messing with you just because you purdy every Saturday and Friday. All right, and it's good to know your business. You know what I'm saying? They feel that now they gonna feel like ain't nothing, they ain't doing that wrong. They feel like, hey, that's what it is. You figured it out finally. People, I guess that's what it is. So if they feel like they ain't doing wrong, I guess it won't be no karma. Sexual bonding. Oh my goodness. Sexual bonding. Whether it's the nice guy and he know how to make love, she know how to make love, and making love real good, and ooh, you know what I mean? And it could be ugly. It can look like the back of a rock. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter, but the sex is so good. And that's all that's about. And that's a dangerous thing if feelings or anything else want to get involved. And that creates a real messed up type of mindset if you're not careful, because you'll project that on people. Make people think they crazy. Ain't nobody crazy. But it's something that need to be disciplined or recognized, and recognize the energy in it. Not saying it's something negative, but it can be if you consistently keep doing that, unless you're dealing with the aspects of transmutation. But right now, we just talking about the negative aspects of bonding, negative aspects of trauma bonding, and physical attraction trauma. Physical attraction bonding. Excuse me, and sexual bonding. Dealing with people just for the sake of that particular thing. It's not really always a good thing. But through us learning about ourselves and learning our power, we'll realize, we don't need to do that, because if kids coming out with, or this might latch on to them. That's why spiritual baths are important. That's why always cleansing off your light is important. Prayer is important. Meditating is important. Any way to recharge and cleanse. Everybody's a hypocrite to a certain extent, if you want to get that critical. So even when you're dealing with sexual bond, you might have that thug fella, old Jody, or Mrs. Whoever, and they don't make no love, but they sure know how to, you know what I mean, or you know what I mean, and they sure know how to get it on. Tell you up there how you, oh my, please stop it. You know what I mean? So you might have one of those and blow your mind, and you can't help but to call them every day. You know what I mean? And that's all y'all tired for, and that could be a negative thing. It could be, and it doesn't empower nothing unless you're using it for a purpose, unless you're using it for energy or an intention. But if it's just going on in negative aspects, you could be destroying water. you could be destroying a potential beautiful thing inside of you for the near future. You know, don't be tearing up your organs. Don't be, you know, we run all that good sacred oil, brother. Not all of it. Sister, ease up on the mileage, you know. You know, at least do something with it. Don't just be in there like it's rabbit season. But you know, financial bonding, in the negative aspect, especially dealing with the family, you got to watch out for. I noticed for a fact that you know is some people out there, and for example, the older father and a younger son, and the son is impatiently waiting for this man to to go. They talk about that even in All My Children and soap operas and all that. You know, you got to watch out for that, man. And people just hanging around for you, waiting on you to go, because they know they're gonna get paid, and that's how they carry themselves with you every day. Don't give a damn either. You know what I'm saying? And you know, only reason why a person care is because they know they're going, you know, they tied into some money. They waiting you for the out of here, off earth. You know what I mean? Cha-ching. Crazy, ain't it? When they say been going on, but you don't want to empower that type of energy. You know, tell them what you create. And it has a name. I'm telling them what you create. You know, it's nothing good. It's a horrible. It'll slowly eat you away. It might eat others away. You're creating a entity, creating a deity. It turns into creating a deity by you empowering these thoughts, by you empowering this, because it's a realm that you are from, that you're giving power to, that will leak all up in here. All up in here. And it's going on a lot. It's going on a lot. But like I'm working on myself, balance. A strong balance. So we don't want no financial bonding, man, with nobody, you know. Don't be dealing with somebody depending on who they are just for the dollar, because it can turn early, especially when it start getting to large amounts. Yeah, that's been the story on planet Earth for centuries, huh? So also be very, 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 very aware and careful of friendship bonding. You know, that's how gangs get created. Even jealousy, and people get hurt, man. Even in group trips, we all heard that before last year, and things go on, and people disappear in mysteries. Good people get hurt and get murdered. You know, people being misused by each other, being used for the opposite spectrum, positivity, but more of it used to manipulate, and it's being induced by the negative aspect by dealing with the friendship bonding, the negative aspects of friendship bonding. And we all wonder how we all wish we had a scan or something to interpret the way a person is. It's all what we can deal with, yes. But it's sure scary to find out. You know, and people do what they do for whatever reason, and blame it on their insecurities, or blame it on you know, the things they went through in the past, and do it to you, and then they leave you sitting there like, take it or leave it. And depending on what it is, you know, just be careful and breathe and practice these techniques, become better. Don't do everything in front of people. You will be judged. Welcome to the new world. Friendship bonding is very dangerous. It's okay to use reference, but it wouldn't be a good idea to misuse them. You know, it's a good learning experience. We all have been misused or have misused somebody possibly. After that, cut it out. Cut it out. Experience done. We have to keep learning that. So there you go. I want to keep it real short today, but it was extremely important for what's coming. Uh, as far as more information in depth dealing with you. So, there you have it. There is your reference for that, and proof is you. When it comes to friendship bonding and negative aspects, remember you can create actual little Pokemon, actual little, Digimon, the actual little entities and deities, and give it power and strength, and they come from a certain element within both of y'all, and it's strengthened when it's duo. It's more powerful, when it's two. So be careful, with your own mind. Be careful of how you feel like you feel like you're using people, but you're really misusing people. You ain't gotta be good all the time. You ain't gotta be bad. It could be balanced, but you ain't gotta do it to folks. Treat yourself good too. Karma comes quick like that. You don't have to be doing nothing to nobody else. You be doing it yourself. The karma be created through them. It happened to you. You don't have to be a bad person, but don't ignore yourself. Reboot. Know that it's okay, and do your best to have understanding, and let's learn our sole purpose. That was a negative aspect of friendship bonding. We know that things that have been happening on Earth for a while. The negative aspect of financial bonding, dealing with, for example, with the family. Just dealing with money. We talked about sexual bonding. Mm-hmm. Suck it to me. We also talk about the negative aspects behind physical attraction and trauma bonding. And we all know the power behind that. We give it life. We give it energy. Whatever you give your focus to, you give your energy to, and we are very powerful, especially at this heated time. It's summertime. It's hot out this. That's a good enough reason. So let's talk about how to cook for your significant other's anatomy. Learn each other's blood type, if not yours, for the sake of and for your children, or if not a family member. Also talked about organic elemental venting. I gave you all the references for everything you need to know. The Ology of your face. Reflexology of your face, upper bone structure, which should be the first thing you be looking at when you're dealing with a woman. Don't look down there, look up here. Talk to her here. Might take a while, but learn her here. Ask for wisdom and patience. Tell her don't play with you. Don't play with her. Suck it to me. The Ology and off-country astrology, specifically dealing with Chinese astrology. I gave you my example, who I am in regards to it, and it is the white tiger. So y'all got all y'all references, man. This is me. Spreading information. Excuse me if the information not advanced to some of y'all advanced people out there. I'm on my own way. It's no race, except for with yourself. Peace and love. One.